So Whisper has been a really exciting release actually. It's been all over kind of social media and Twitter, everyone's using it and it has some good results. And I think the key thing which they found is when you scale the amount of supervised data you have for speech recognition, they've increased it by an order of magnitude. So their model's trained on 680,000 hours of the transcripts, so the audio and the text in different languages, as well as being able to translate back to English as well. So they have multiple tasks as well as multiple languages in this one model, which is really cool. It's not no one to this point has scaled a model to be large enough to kind of do this well. So it's been an exciting new area, and also there's lots of. They've kept it very simple. They're using a very simple encoder-decoder architecture, and they don't need a lot of the components that normal traditional speech recognition systems have. So they don't have an external language model or anything like that. But there are kind of some problems which come from this technique. So especially on long-form data, there are lots of kind of hand-cranky rules that they have to implement in order to get good accuracy on long-form, because it mainly just deals with 30-second segments. And a lot of this can actually lead to the model hallucinating and starting to just predict random things. So there are cases that people have been tweeting about online where you can have a single word that someone said, but it can actually lead to the model outputting like over 20 words. And in this specific example that I'm thinking about, it outputs like, "Thank you very much for listening to the video. Please like and subscribe. We're going to have another new video next week. Thanks again." So it's taking like how all of the kind of influencers round off their videos on YouTube, and it's just hallucinated the output, which is kind of weird. But there are other things as well. So we have something called inverse text normalization at Speechmatics, which we can get a consistent professional output on written forms like dates, times, currencies, and all of those types of things. And we know exactly how it's going to be written out. But there's none of those guarantees with the Whisper model. It could change, and that might not be ideal for some businesses who they must have the output they expect. Also, since the model's quite big, it has a very high RTF, and by RTF I mean real-time factor. So to run on a CPU, it takes like an extremely long time. Like I think a 1 hour file could take you 20 hours just to get it through. So the RTF's really slow there. And even on the GPU, it's still a lot slower than most of the other speech recognition models on the market. Also, it's kind of difficult to do word timings with their model, and a couple of other bits as well. But yeah, so it's a really exciting model. I think what it's going to do to the field is make everyone scrape a lot more data, really maybe look to move into multilingual models as well. So yeah, even though it's a research system, I think it's been a great thing for people to learn about to move forward.